All praises due to the Most High, family. It's Monday, so I'm catching up on these Sunday games. We talking football. You know, as a Saints fan, you know I gotta watch the Saints first. I know it was some big upsets, it was some unexpected losses this weekend, and we gonna get to those. But I had to see what the Saints did first. And look, I'm sure, and I seen a few, of course, you know, not one Saints fan or a handful of Saints fans speaks for all of us, but I seen some Saints fans ecstatic. We finally got a win. I'm sure at least half of Saints fans, Who Dat Nation, might also be ecstatic. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not. I got it before in one of my Saints games reviews. I was called, oh, you're not a real Saints fan. This, that, and the third. Look, so of course, am I happy we won? Yes, we finally got a win. But I'ma let you know, Saints fans, football fans, like, of course, we're more critical of our team, unless you're like some delusional like Cowboys fan. Then you think every year you're going to the Super Bowl. No, family, I'm going to tell you my real opinion and perspective on how this team is faring. And if anything, I'm going to be a harsher critic of my team because I want them to win more. I want them to be better. So, how do I come up with my perspective? I watch the highlights. My schedule does not allow me to watch all the games live, so I watch the highlights, I check the box score, and I give you my perspective. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with some positives, family. The second half defense. I mean, come on now. We don't have really any complaints about the second half defense. I think all of our turnovers came in the second half. 5 turnovers is crazy. If you're a Giants fan, or really, I mean, it doesn't matter who you're a fan of, your quarterback, though, having 3 turnovers in a game, crazy. You're begging to lose, right? But let's be real. We forced all of those turnovers, all 5 of them. I don't know if I've ever seen a 5 turnover game by the Saints. So I was inspired by that. I'm hopeful that the defense is, you know, getting more cohesive and opportunistic. Obviously, it is kind of like a bend but don't break defense, though. We're just kind of trying to keep them at bay and, you know, look for opportunities to turn the ball over. Kool-Aid McKinstry, 2 interceptions. Shout out Kool-Aid McKinstry. Demario Davis forcing a fumble. Who else was the other one forced a fumble? The name is escaping me. But also one of those was just the quarterback for the Giants just losing the ball. So, I mean, that is something to be enthusiastic about moving forward. We're opportunistic. But one thing that I found as a weakness on the defense was our interior line play. I mean, I think we got 1 sack on the Giants. You know, their offensive line and pass game is not a strength. It's not even slightly better than average. I wouldn't even call it decent. You know, they put up 40 points against the Cowboys, who has the worst defense in the league. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is not... This is a below average offense. So we should, other than Scatterboo, other than Neighbors, who's hurt, the tight end had, you know, a decent game, but that was all in the first half. We kind of bottled them up after that. So I like the turnovers. I do like I think we held them to a good 3rd down conversion rate. And so, yeah, I mean, that's what I got to say about the defense. Now the special teams, oh my gosh, I could not go. I'm glad I remembered that, because how many kicks did we miss? And that's how many points we left on the board? I think it was 2 field goals. It might have been 3. Just completely unacceptable. I mean, as if we're already, I don't know, I got to double check. Are there any more winless teams left? We were probably the worst team in the league through the first quarter of the season. And to have a terrible, not even an average or decent special teams on top of that is just, god dang, that's salt in the wound, man. Can we get a field goal at least? Especially if, there were some good things in the offense, I guess. But man, can we put the ball in the end zone? Can we put the ball in the end zone? Like, the defense really did it. Well, the defense making those turnovers really did it for the game. Holding the Giants to no points in the second half and turning the ball over to give us opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. But our only touchdowns, we only had one offensive touchdown, I think. And it was a home run play, which I'm happy we saw. But that is not, you're only going to get what? I mean, you really only attempt 5, 6, 7 home run plays in a game. You only try them, what is that? Like, not even a quarter, like an eighth. An eighth of your plays, a tenth of your plays are home run attempts. So, of course, you're going to convert on one, maybe, a couple, maybe. But for that to be your only offensive touchdown is not encouraging. Now, it was a good throw by Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler seems to be getting more confidence. I saw something posted on the internet. He's the first quarterback drafted by the Saints to win a game since 1998. Oh my gosh. So the bar is in hell. But he got his first win. We got our first win. I mean, I'm glad. Can we keep the momentum going is what I'm hoping and looking for. But so, I mean, it was a great route by Rashid Shaheed. It was a really good throw by Spencer Rattler. But we have to put the ball in the end zone, with consistent offense. We can't depend on an 87-yard reception to put points up. And then there was an interception by the defense return for a touchdown. So that's, how many points do we have? I mean, that was like half of our points on 2 plays. The offense went out there and put up 60 plays. I liked our third down conversion rate. I think we converted about half of our third downs. We were penalized less than the Giants. That is a good sign. And they probably could have had a couple more. I think that's why the Giants quarterback fumbled, out of nowhere with nobody really putting any pressure on him, was because it was at least 2-3 holding calls I saw that should have been called against the Giants and was not. And even not calling those penalties against the Giants, we were still penalized less. So that's a good sign. Fewer penalties, good third down conversion. Now, the Giants defense, I know some people expected them to be pretty good, and maybe it's because their offense is bad. Complementary football is a real thing. If your offense is terrible, you're going to force your defense to have to work harder, which makes them less efficient. So, but they have the 4th worst rushing defense, and so their average rushing numbers, we performed worse than that. So our rushing attack was not very good. Alvin Kamara needed more touches in this game, more rushes. I liked Kendre Miller run so tough, man. Why are we running Taysom Hill and not more Kendre Miller? I don't like the Taysom Hill stuff. He was really good for a period of time, and he was helpful, and he was he produced and was helpful. I would rather see Kendre Miller run the ball. I would rather see Alvin Kamara have 15, 16, 17 carries. 8 carries is not enough for Alvin Kamara. But we got the win.